Right, I'm live. Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is EPCR Challenge Cup time. The Sharks hosting Pau down in Devon, and got to get a result today. Got to really, in fact, we're talking about this in the fan forum. This is the competition that I'm the Sharks. I'm actually putting a lot of effort into this because I believe that this is the competition that they are the most likely to actually do something. To flip their way to winning a game. I mean, at a tournament, for example, because it's been a disastrous season for the Sharks, and they got to try and find something to win, something to try and focus, something to try and salvage the season, which is where I see this competition potentially being the option to do. So jump in, let's get settled, shall we? Because it's gonna be a cool game. And as Pau's not said, their best team, so kind of expect the Sharks to be able to get the job done, who have gone pretty full strength. If you look at your Springboks scattered in amongst this side, kick was in about 4 minutes' time. It's got a little bit of time to sort of get settled and get ourselves into the game. And then yeah, we'll get going. So before we do anything, I'm going to need you to go vote in the poll. Who you think is going to win, the Sharks, Pau, or a draw? And I want you to let me know where you're watching from, who you're supporting, for example, any Power supporters out there, and what do we think? And just what do we think about this? The whole Sharks being in the Challenge Cup? Because I think for me that's a big problem for them. They should not be in this competition. This is not where they want to be. They're a side that should be in the Champions Cup. We're talking about lots of investment, big, ambitious side, Springboks, John Plumtree, Neil Powell, world-class coaches, and yet playing in the Challenge Cup. So that's why I think, for me, focus on the damn thing. Go and try and win it. We're going to go through the team in just a little bit and look at who's who and stuff. And then for me, this is just about getting through this game because the big game's next. We've got Bulls versus Saracens at 7:30 tonight. What a game that's going to be. Owen Farrell up against Johan Goosen. Jamie George starting, Murray Tojo starting, Elliot Daly in the midfield, and it'll be interesting to see what the conditions, which are hopefully cooling down a little bit. It looks quite overcast over there in Durban, and I think the Sharks are at home and have to win. But in terms of the team, we'll start with the home side. It's a strong side from the Sharks. They've gone with Oxen Chair, Kieran from Furen, Kuni Oostes in the front row, backed up by Ian Etzebeth and Corner Roll. At the back row will be James Fenter, Pepsi Buthelezi, and Sikom Boze Noche. Grant Williams starts his first start of the season at the Sharks, next to Kern Bosch. Makazuma Pimpy, Minus Porkita, the two wings. Francois Fenter with the Kanyam in the centres, Apple Fassi at full back. Off the bench, it'll be Dan Justa, Nstuko Unu, Honor Jacobs, LaRue Roots, Jean-Ray Labiskakny, Jaden Hendricks, Lionel Cornier, and Ethan Hooker, who comes onto the side. If we look at the Power side, left quite a lot of their players at home. That's quite normal when it comes to the competitions. They don't generally send their best the best sides for especially these opening rounds. So I don't think it's too surprised that, for example, we're not seeing a Sam Whitelock. He's going to be. You're not gonna put a Sam Whitelock onto a plane and send it off to South Africa for this game. They are missing quite a few players. But yeah, it's difficult to always sort of know, a French top 14 side who's doing very well and they're fourth on the log. And yes, maybe it might not be the strongest side that they could have sent out, but their depth that the French sides generally have is a lot better than what we, for example, have in South Africa. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad side by any means. But anyway, the side is Paul Tahares, Romain Rifanush, Nicholas Carato, Guillaume Ducat, Fabrice Metz, Mehdi Tilly, Martin Puch, and Tibal Homanua in the back row there. Tibal Dubana partners Axel Desperas at number 10. Gregoire Arfield, RC Tuamaba, and the two wings. In the centres, it's Jala Vatubia, Samuel Izela, and then Thomas Carroll at full back. Off the bench, it is Yori Dalmahommel, Fakunda Gagena, Siegfried Pisihoy, Brent Luafa, Jocelyn Bouye, Thomas Silvabia, Tibal Dumoyes, and Nathan Decron. And a couple of players I'm looking forward to watching is somebody like Axel Desperes. I really enjoy watching a young number 10, and he is very, very young. He's born 2004, by the way. 2004. Could you imagine? I mean, the kid's 19 years old, turns 20 in January, and he is at 10. And the Sharks coming out in their Challenge Cup jersey, special jersey just for the Challenge Cup. Nice little marketing ploy there. In gold, not quite sure what's doing it for me, I must admit. It's all gold numbers, gold on the sleeve and stuff like that. Nah, it's a no from me. In fact, it's a very big no from you. And speak of the youngster, here he is. It's not like a bad crowd in there. 24 degrees apparently, the on-field temperature over there. And Pau will be playing left to right, Sharks right to left in the first half here. Right, and the whistle has gone, and we're off. And a bit of a messy line, but first decent carry there from Pepsi Buthelezi. And Section Palu, or Pau, playing in the white kit as opposed to the usual green. Vic says, actually, Challenge Cup was a good thing that way the season's going. If they win the Challenge Cup, they won't have to finish the top 8 to qualify for Champions Cup next season. Exactly. And RPG saying, Sharks have to come together today. Well, they've got ball in hand here, and they've gone to Pepsi Buthelezi, find a bit of space on the left-hand side. Good hands, almost good hands from the Kanyan, who's thrown it behind Michael Zoloma Pimpy. So not the tidiest start there from the Sharks captain. And Guillaume Ducat with the line at the end has been knocked on here. So we have an early scrum here. And I think this is going to be an interesting one. It's all about set piece battle, especially with a bit of rain predicted. So if Sharks can get a bit of set piece ascendancy, then that'll put them on the front foot nice and early on. And I think they really need to get stuck into the side just. So, yeah, nice solid tackle. Sikimoza Noche going nice and low on Vatubua. All right, Grant Williams. He's always such a live wire at the back of the scrum. Right, and Grant Williams does go down the left-hand side, brings in up really fast. He puts it to his left boot, Mapimpi in and around there, but it's well guarded there by from off-field. And it's a knock-on, actually, from Pau. It's a scrum here. You can see the celebration from the Sharks there. Knocked on from the number 9 there. Tibar Dabunya. And that's just disrupted. I think it's Apple Fassi who went through and disrupted. Or was it Grant Williams, actually. So forcing the mistake here. So good early momentum. Sharks started well, actually, against Bulls last week. Had a very good opening few minutes. And then it all kind of fell apart very quickly. So, yeah, important for them to keep up a good start. And scrum here inside the Pau half. The pack's quite light today. Pau's just 858 kgs. I'm very sort of used to seeing test packs, well over that 900 mark. Going straight down here. We all have a reset here. But yeah, what do we think? What's the call on these these jerseys? The gold on the back of the Sharks. I'm not sure I'm sold. finding it a little bit cooler this side as well. It's been absolutely baking today. And yeah, apparently rain expected at Loftus later, which could be quite a leveler with regards to the difference in teams. But Grant Williams starting on the left-hand side. Goes in the inside to Maxima Pimpy. And Martin Pioch is there to help bring him down. Grant Williams pops it up to Eben Etzebeth. Kerbosh goes nice and flat to Kieran van Vuren. Now Alfonso Fair to Kieran Bosch. To Mapimpi. Sells a dummy, but he's brought down by Azila. Now a bit of space on the right-hand side. Good hands, good hands. Mons Porky finds a bit of space on the right-hand side. Coming back inside, just outside 22. Backed up by Seeking was a Noche. Quick boy, Grant Williams goes flat. To Francois Venter. Ball available here for Grant Williams. Goes to Quinny Oosthuizen. He runs it hard and straight, as he only knows how to do. Now Kern Bosch going to Eben Etzebeth, popping it up to Fassi. Good hands, good hands. Straight and run there from very good hands there from Etzebeth. And Pepsi Boot lazy going himself, working hard into the 22. Right up on the left-hand side. Now going on the right-hand side. It goes to Kieran van Vuren. Oxenshire with his first carry of the day, slightly isolated. And a penalty here for Pau. And time is off as the call. Free kick or penalty? I'm a bit confused here. I think there's a bit of an injury here. So we've got a head injury here. That's why those are stopped. All Eben can do is punching people. He was like Lamb and Blue Land Bull. Eben was scared of bulls. Yeah, listen, I want you to go and tell Eben to his face that he was scared of the bulls. This is Eben Etzebeth, which is nominated for World Player of the Year. Yeah. Not sure that's the best piece of punditry. Right, it's a penalty here for the Sharks. What are they going to do? Looks like they're going to take the points here. We're going to have an early sub here for Pau. Yeah, so we do have an early sub here from Pau. Just going to confirm who the replacement is. Going for the corner here are the Sharks. Yeah, you can see just went down and wasn't really moving at all. It doesn't look good for Guillaume Ducat. He has gone off the park. And I think it's Brent Leufau. He's come on. Good take there from Eben Etzebeth. And it's been brought down here. Has been turned over. No, penalty for the Sharks. We have another go for the sack not being legal. Once again, going to the corner, yeah. Karen Bosch chips it out. So, good early momentum here from the Sharks. Going to try and make a count, get some early points on the board. Etzebeth goes to the front of the line. Good take there. More looks a better set there. Kieran van Vuren at the back, working hard. Once is the call. Now they've got a bit of a second shove. There are hands there on Kieran van Vuren. So I'm not sure if they should have used that. And it's been turned over. Really, really good work there from Pau. The calls used it. I think Grant Williams wanted to use it, but they decided to keep it inside. They had a bit of a second shove, and then players came through the middle and got their hands on Kieran van Vuren. So it will be a scrum here. It'll be a Pau put-in as well. Right, so scrum, yeah, it's inside on the 5-meter line here. Going to be a reset here. It's going straight down. Might have to have a bit of a move as well. So some of the grass has been cutting up here. Interesting to see Pau with the logo in the middle. I'm not convinced about it as a look. Much further sort of the traditional right-hand chest. And a free kick here for the Sharks. So I think they're going to look for the quick tap here, or they could call for a scrum. You're seeing teams more and more take the quick tap. Even Ed Smith puts the ball down, and he wants to have a chat about what's going to happen here. Oxen Chair, carrying from Fury, Quinny Oosthuizen, as well as Corner Rolls. The tight 5. Pick up and go from Oxen Chair. Corner Roll pops it to Grant Williams. On the angle, Lekanya. That's very well done. Very, very well played. He's back, boys. He's back. He is looking a lot better recently as Lekanya, actually. It's a good angle being run there. Nice little ball out there from Corner Roll. Nice and simple, really. Just bang, one phase, on the angle, back on the angle, under the poles. And the good start. Yeah, nice pass from Grant Williams. So nice little dummy run there being from Francois Fent. And then, yeah, Lekanya back on the angle, under the poles. Says, thank you very much. I'll grab a quick try. And this is the important thing, because last week, as I said, they were starting well, but they couldn't get any points out of it. So very, very important. If you do start well and get a bit of early momentum, is get some points. Knock that belief out of the opposition side nice and early. Yeah, you can see it's the Zelo who came up the line. They're creating that gap. Oh, it looks like a bit of a hash of the restart. Yeah, but let's turn over ball here. And Rufinach gets brought down. Now goes to the tight head, Karato. So all of a sudden, Power on the front foot here. That's the good physicality. He's driven back. It's a huge tackle there on Fabrice Metz. That's how hard it is. And there's a knock on there. Yeah, very good defense on the Sharks, keeping themselves in it. And yeah, a bit of a hash of the kick off there. I think it's corner roller went up, and yeah, we didn't really see much of it because the angle was zoomed out. But looks like he completely butchered that. So then a bit of good defense though. Turnover ball with the scrum. So they've gotten away with it so far. But yeah, please do continue voting in the poll. I see on 29 votes, even get up to 50 votes. Who will win the clash? We're going Sharks, we're going Power, we're going with a draw. What are we thinking? And then, yeah, the big game later. Saracens versus Bulls. Down the road at Loftus Versfeld for me. Well, not that down the road, but more down the road than a Cape Town, for example. And then tomorrow, Leicester versus Stormers. The Lions versus Perpignan. We've got a La Rochelle versus Leinster tomorrow night. We've got... who's the other nice game tomorrow? Oh, yeah, Racing versus Harlequins. That should be quite a cool game. Pretty solid scrum there, not too much movement. In fact, Sharks are actually being pushed backwards. Now a bit of a better shove. They go down the right-hand side. Kernbosch will go to the boot. It's a pretty big kick. It's a brilliant clearance from Kernbosch. Goodness me. And he's put them back inside their own half there, I reckon. Keep waiting for the touch judge to arrive. No, it's just about the 10-meter line, which feels a bit harsh. And they've won it back with the launch of the Sharks. And once Porky on the front foot. And it's a pretty poor pass. Good pick up on the ground there. Fatso Fenter. Ball over the top towards Michael Pimpy. Pimpy decides to come inside. It's a solid tackle on him, though, from off-world. And then knocked out by Grant Williams. The ball just getting stuck as he went to try and snipe down the left-hand side. Right, scrum, you have Pau on the right-hand side. Inside Sharks territory. Full width of the field on the left-hand side to use. Nice little wrap around. Ball over the top from the youngster. A long pass out wide. Bit of space there for Tumaba. Puts the kick inside. Well, here we go. Here we go. Don't celebrate too early because Gregoire Offworld's gone over. And that's another 19-year-old. Goodness me. Sharks being beaten by kids. Yeah, so a bit of space down the left-hand side. And then there's the chip inside. Comes off from a Pimpy, falls back in front of the path of the youngster. He picks it up and goes over and says, "Thank you very much." Oh, there we go. Teenagers are currently competing with the Sharks. A bit of rain apparently falling down over there. And it's missed there. Right, so Sharks keep the lead. Right, 7 points to 5. Sharks caught napping a little bit there. A little bit complacent. Right, Currie Bosch goes down the right-hand side from the restart. And it's Tibau Hamanua who runs into contact. And Dabanya will go to the boot. And it's a very, very good kick from the veteran, really, in comparison. 29 years of age, 10 years older than his halfback partner. Which, when you're not even 30, is mental. Karen from Furin. And it's very messy lines. You can see all the rain there. Quinny Oosthuizen has dived on it, though. So Sharks have maintained possession. Pops up to Eben Etzebeth. He puts his head down. Makes a couple of yards up towards the 10-meter line. A quick boy from Grant Williams. Pops to Quinny Oosthuizen, who's coming around the corner. Now back down the right-hand side. Currie Bosch options. Chip to the top. Little kick pass there. And not managed to keep it inside his corner roll. Not sure it's the right option there from Currie Bosch. I apologize in this corner. I reckon he probably could have gotten there. I think chip ahead might have been a better option than to chip across. Ball at the top goes straight into the hands of Kieran Interference. So big line option issues here for Pau, and then kick through from Lekanya and try to score off forwards. He gets away from one. He's still going. He's the 19-year-old. Eventually brought down Mama Pimpy. Gets himself outside the 22. Good work from the youngster. Well, ball back inside. So a carry there from Fabrice Metz. All right, and the clearance eventually coming from Debonya. And he's by the halfway line there. So it'll be a Sharks line just inside Pau territory. Now it's actually on the 10-meter line, yeah. So big attacking opportunity here for the Sharks as we approach the 20-minute mark. Almost a quarter of the game gone. Just 2-point advantage at the moment for the home side. That's quickly taken there. They go to Evan Etzebeth at the back of the line out. Good take from him. Looking for the rolling more here once again. Need to be careful not to lose it. There comes the call for once. So I think Grant Williams will try and get that ball out. And penalty advantage here, though, it is for the Sharks. Kevin Fiona getting isolated once again, but this time illegally so. And again, it'll be interesting to see what decision the Sharks make here. I think they'll go to the corner, says my gut. Yeah, he's going to go to the corner. Is Currie Bosch. This time it was almost one back though, and Kieran McEwen managed to grab it off the back of the lineout. Was then bundled into touch, so it'll be turnover ball here. Debanya, pressure there. Once again, very, very sketchy launcher from Pau. Really struggling with the loss of Guillaume Ducat. And their foul, the replacement, and a penalty there for the Sharks. Not rolling is the call, yeah. So free exit here for Pau. Yeah, you can just see Cunha stays stuck at the bottom of that ruck, unable to roll. Just outside the 22, yeah. Once again, I think around the Sharks, I'll just continue competing for every single line out check because it's under a lot of pressure for Pau. They're really struggling to get it working. First one was decent when they still had the cat, and since he's gone off, then it's been an issue. But that's much better. Looking for the rolling more here. On the French side. Whites is the call. Dubania will go to the boot. Pippy underneath it. Looking around. True gives it outside to Upleader Fasty. Brought down the halfway line. Quick ball for Grant Williams. Fires to the right side to Currie Bosch. Currie Bosch goes to Lekanya. Lekanya decides to kick him behind. Put some pressure on the youngster. And that's a good kick from the youngster. Axel Disparal. Yeah, see, 2 lineouts lost and 1 line one from Pau. No lineouts lost so far from the Sharks. So, yeah, it's definitely a section over here that Pau are really struggling with. Once again, a good, decent line and much better already. More here going. Yeah, Currie from Fury is there. Grant Williams wants to come and grab the ball and use it though. Is available for Grant Williams. Starts to go to Currie. Goes far the fence. Currie Bosch fires a long pass out wide to Apple Fassi. He puts in the government behind for Mapimpi to chase. Mapimpi doesn't have the pace. No, the ball's spilt. And eventually it's grabbed by Amniasa Tuamaba right on the 5-meter line. So putting a lot of pressure on the 5-meter. Uses the call. And Dubanya will. Yeah, he's not happy with the touch judge. He reckons he's getting a lot more distance than what he's been told he's getting. Sure, we're not having a water break here. Why is there break in play? We're really having a water break. It's 24 degrees. Surely not. Surely not. Does seem a bit of a break in play here. Right, Cameron Furin goes to corner roll, the front of the line. Well taken from the youngster. James Fenter comes away with it, gives it to Francois Fenter. Seeking was a notch on the shoulder, gets away from one, eventually brought down. He's about 7 meters out. Quick ball needed to get from Grant Williams. Fires out to corner roll. James Fenter. Slightly isolated, but eventually support does arrive. It's the best now, carrying strongly. Grant Williams taking his time, looking for options here. He's going to pick up and go. Pick up and go from corner roll. He's hit hard the tackle though. And now Grant Williams goes to Francois Fenter. Pops up to Lacagna. Lacagna! In for the brace. In for the brace. Not the best defending, it must be said. Powerful. Nice. Once again, a good angle being run by Lacagna. And Francois Fenter and him seem to be getting a little bit more comfortable playing with each other. And that's really, really good work. And that's his second try of the match. And the Sharks go up to 12 points. The kick to come. Yeah, it's very, very intelligent. Just that offload from Francois Fenter here. Bang. And Shane, I'm not sure who the player is. I think it might be Axel Desperé, who just gets it horribly wrong. And he's sort of left looking up in no man's land, suddenly realizing they've gone well past him. On the issue for the restart, and the Sharks take up a 9-point lead. Corner roll, finds a bit of space in front of him. Oh, look at the pace. Look at the pace. The marauding big number 5 lock out towards the 10-meter line. Much better restart this now. Bit of space down the left-hand side, and that's a great tackle. Had to be made. It's a half tackle, but it's the hit that's important. And I'll tell you what, that's a brilliant read from Majal Bachibua. And then knocked on by Etzebeth. He doesn't make that tackle. I reckon the Sharks could be in for another one. Very, very important tackle that. Or hit, rather. Yeah, it's a big hit there on Francois Fenter, who takes it and gets back up. But all the momentum was lost. And Etzebeth trying to pick up and go, leaving the ball behind. We're going to have a reset, yeah? Vic's saying that Cornelio says it's Pup and Vincent Koch better heal quicker. Yeah, look, I think Vincent Koch will only be coming back in about a couple months' time. We might only see him in about March from the sounds of it, maybe Feb. Right, so there's a post scrum just inside their own half. And a free kick, early push from the Sharks. It didn't seem to be much of one, so maybe a bit harsh, but anyway, free kick here. Just interesting to see what decision they'll go. I reckon we're going to put this in the air. Yep, they do. This is high in the end. It'll be a tester for BITDEFENDER. He takes it very, very nicely. And Williams goes corner roll, pops it up to Eben Etzebeth. Now we take off a Dietzwe and Che. And a penalty. Quickly taken though from Grant Williams. And look at the pace. Look at the pace. Looking for the ball inside. Looking for options. Pops it up to James Fenter. Good support play from James Fenter. Fires up to Fussy. And it's off the boot of Makazuma Pimpi. Big tackle on him. Sharks lost a bit of momentum. And penalty for sealing off against Etzebeth and Oosthuizen. So that's very frustrating. It was a great break there from the Sharks. Good idea, though, from Grant Williams to take it quickly. He was lurking and waiting for it. And time is off, yeah. We might be having a TMO check. Yeah, we are going to have a TMO check. Not entirely sure what they're going to check for. Right, let's see what the TMO's picked up, yeah. Just outside of 22. I'm entirely sure what we're looking at, yeah. Okay, it's a tackle on Francois Fenter. Could be tackling out the ball. It could be a penalty here for the Sharks. So it's Francois Fenter who's trying to make himself an option here for Grant Williams. Okay, tackle off the board. Will be a penalty for the Sharks. I'm sure we'll go to the corner once again. Now they're taking the points here, the Sharks. So after 2 tries, they've decided to take the points here. Keep the scoreboard ticking. It's an interesting decision to make with 10 minutes left in the first half. I thought they'd actually probably look for the 3rd try. That's a... But the commentator says a good looking strike. That doesn't look like a good looking strike at all. So it's come off the pole. And it's been clear, but not out. An Oxen Chair underneath the high ball. Well taken from Oxen Chair. I'll tell you what, put him on the wing. Kick from Samuel Izila. Now back inside. Currie from Fury with support from the Ibn Etzebeth behind him. Grant Williams. Messy ball here. Cuneo stays and runs it straight. Now the left side, Curran Bosch going to Lecanyan. Lecanyan looking at options. Go short to Francois Fenter. Now they go to Sigurd and Notch up on the wing. He has to come inside, right up against that touchline. Good work from the number 8. Now back inside. Ball pops up to Pepsi Buthelezi from James Fenter. Grant Williams. To Curran Bosch. Curran Bosch goes short to Ibn Etzebeth. Done a lot of carrying so far in this game. And that's a penalty here. This could be a yellow card here, you know. Almost looked like a bit of a headbutt on Grant Williams. Yeah, this doesn't look particularly good, yeah, I must say. You are going to have a look here, because all potential headbutt, Jeff. I think it's Karate. Right, let's see. So he was playing the scrum off. Can't play the scrum off. It doesn't look massively... It's not particularly a high level of force here. I don't think... I think Grant Williams has milked this a little bit. So he comes through, he plays a bit super, but I don't think it's as bad as Grant Williams is making it out to be. And he's coming through, yeah. That's a penalty for me. I don't think it's that hectic. I don't think it's that bad. Interesting to see what the decision here is. Now playing the 9, just a penalty. Poles once again, similar position actually here. So interesting to see what, and surely a bit of a better strike here from Curran Bosch. It wasn't the best of the strikes earlier. Just started with too far to the right, and it wasn't ever going to come back. So probably about 38 odd meters out, pretty much in front of poles. 43 meters out. 5 meters out was I. That's a bit of Curran Bosch. That's gone straight and true and straight over the poles. Right, so 17 points to 5. Sharks lead by 12. Is that Pua Gianti? Looked a bit like him. With 8 minutes to go in the first half here. Sharks pretty much in charge. Pau was looking a little bit better after that try. I thought, you know, that there'll be a bit of a boost from it, but since then it has been pretty one-way traffic. Pretty short kick-off. Much better take that from corner roll. Well, Williams always left behind Bakuni Estes and Metzebe's clean up. And we're going to see if Grant wins boss kick for the first time today. Nope, thought about it, then decides, oh no, Francois Fenter's going into the breadbasket, out the breadbasket. And knock on advantage there, although Pope got the ball back. And a little chip in behind towards the youngster. Mapimpi is there, but he's left the ball behind. And in front of the kicker, it's a penalty for Sharks. And the youngster, Gregoire Afwell, who's already scored a try, the 19-year-old, was in and lurking, putting a bit of pressure under Mapimpi. Well, I'll tell you what, Currie Bosch is not fun touch. And Desperate decides to put it down the middle of the park. Goes to Currie Bosch. Currie Bosch, he's looking to run. He sees a bit of space on the right side. He gives it away to Fussy. Fussy just dabs onto the corner, onto the boot there. Miles Porky is coming in. But it's good work in the end, being done by Thomas Carroll, I think it is. Now Martin Pioch, the captain. And a big counter-rack, so a lot of power players committing to this rack to try and get clean ball. And it's been charged down from Dubanya. And it'll roll out for a Pau line out just in front of the halfway line. Not the worst result for them. Yeah, it's hot there. Woo! Not sure I'm ready for the summer. And it's another messy line out there. Kieran Van Furen's coming away with it. So, yeah, I mean, this is the one thing that I think Pau will need to sort out. Knock it backwards to call there. Eben Etzebeth. Bounced off one. Still going as Etzebeth. Eventually brought down. Grant Williams. Bit of a messy pass to the Kanya Well picked up from him. And just Francois Fenton not in tune with the class that Lekanya has. Ball around the back from Lekanya. Very intelligent pass, and Francois Fenton wasn't expecting it. To be fair, I don't think anybody would really be expecting it from this position. Kanya looking very unimpressed out there. I don't think he enjoys the rain. Get a fan, Steve. I have a fan, and it's on. Like it's just so it's that hot. Got a fan, got cold water, all the windows are open. Need aircon. Need aircon in this. That's what I need. A bit of a wrap around there from Desperate, and it's been left behind by Offwell. So Desperate has to jump on it. A lot of pressure being put on the 19-year-old from Francois Fenter. Into the last 5 minutes of the half we go. And then we go to the boot chase to Banya. Fasty takes it well. It's a good take from him. Now corner roll. Lifting his back on the front foot. Solid carry from him. Presents well to Guy Williams as well. Now Currie Bosch goes to the left-hand side. He spots a bit of space there. Looking for that 50-22. No, he's done brilliantly to keep that inside. And Desperate on a bit of pressure. Doesn't find touch here. Right, but Pimpy. He's looking to run it up. Runs into Thomas Carroll, who I think was the one that did brilliantly to keep that ball in. Out of Woodman for 22. Kevin Vian popping up to Coney Oosthuizen. Upper Fasty to Lukanya. A bit of a juggle. Eventually regathers. Pops it up to Upper Fasty. Goes to Mars Borkita on in the wing. Who's wrapped up well by Tuamaba. And penalty as well. Very isolated there. And then as trying to get crossed there was Kieran from Fury. In fact, I think it's actually... I think it was a Norche might have gone off his feet at the breakdown. Vic saying, imagining all the knock-ons around Yasin Reyes for making the rain. Yeah, it wasn't his finest game last week. He's actually injured, which is why he's not playing this week. Right, so last 2 minutes. It's a nice kick there from Desperate. But you can see how wet it is. A lot of juggles, a lot of slipping of the balls and stuff like that. A couple of knock-ons creeping in over here. Looks pretty torrid down there. Actually, looks very, very wet. So whatever that cream or that spray they put on their hands to try and make the ball stick. And I think it's going to be working on overtime over there. Could be seeing similar conditions tonight at Loftus. The media manager advised bringing an umbrella. So they're expecting rain in an hour and a half. So carry that for Martin Pjorch. Looking for a wraparound, but Samuel Azila decides to go himself. Still going. Strong leg driver from number 13. Back inside. And Desperate a bit of pressure there. Not too much on, so decides chipping behind. And Offroad will chase. And up at FS, he goes to his left boot. Oh, I tell you what, that could be one of the best 50-22s you'll ever see. Not even sure that was the plan, actually. He just wanted to sort of hack it up. But there was nobody in behind. Bounce of the ball was favourable. And it'll be a Sharks line inside the 22. So all of a sudden, with 30 seconds to go, big opportunity for the Sharks to try and finish the half on a high note. It's a great kick. Completely turns to a Marba. And then the bounce does the wing as well. They go to Ibn Etzebeth. It's a good take from him. Advantage for side entry here. So free roll the dice here for the Sharks. He thought about going on the line side, and then he left to go on with his ball back inside to Francois Fenter. Ball's available. Noche goes to Etzebeth, and Etzebeth's over. The perfect end to the half. That should really give them a lot of momentum going into the change room, and very frustrating for Pau to concede that, because yeah, I mean a 12-point advantage is not great, but you score first in the second half, and all of a sudden sort of back into the game. But to concede right on the edge here to potentially make it 24 points to 5, 19-point advantage is a completely different kettle of fish. Good continuity there, good awareness from the big key players, your Noches, your Grant Williams, Etzebeth there, getting up there, showing his work rate. So kick to come for Currie and Bosch before we head into the break. Right, this to make it 4 from 5 so far this game. Yeah, much better try. Right, so there we go. First half. And the Box have operated 2 tries to Lekanya. A try to Evan Etzebeth, a penalty, and a couple of conversions to Currie and Bosch. And the halftime score, a very young and spirited Pau 5, Sharks 24. We'll see you guys in just a bit. We're going to move to the halftime package and have a look at all the pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, then we'll chat on the return. So if you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to it, and we'll see you guys in just a bit. Joined by former World Cup winner, as well as former Blitzbock player and Sevens player Bobby Skinstad, who dabbled in a bit of everything whilst he was playing. First of all, thank you so much for giving us your time. Sevens versus 15s. It's, you know, for the layman, it's the same game and yet so different. Can you just give us a sort of a bit of an overview? What's it like running out for a sevens team versus a 15s team, and how difficult is it to adapt?
Sure. Look, it's great to be back and nice to chat. Steve, I think, you know, sevens is a game that's evolved so quickly. It's a fantastic game to hone your skills if you're an attacking player. And in particular, you know, we looked at the Rugby World Cup final. Kwagga Smith, you know, was a sevens player for a number of years before he moved across. All three of the outside backs in that Springbok team were sevens specialists before they moved across. You know, Currie was unstoppable as a sevens finishing winger. And I think you got to understand that the game is for the slightly faster, more sort of jackal and tackle and turnover and run kind of players. So you get a lot more of the backs and the loose forwards playing than you would just the pure tight forwards. There's a couple of tight forwards who've played, and Tom Smith, the British and Irish Lions prop, was a famous exponent of sevens, and played for the Scottish national team actually. We've lost him, and may he rest in peace. But he was one of the finest sevens players I've ever seen. He was super fast. He was a prop, but he was built like a sort of a Crocker Smith, like a strong player. So, I mean, I think the important thing to remember is that sevens is seven fast guys. Just 3 of them in the scrum, the rest are in the backs. And you've got teams like Canada and Great Britain, Ireland, who might not necessarily be out there challenging at a 15s Rugby World Cup, but could knock you over in the blink of an eye in seven. So it's a really exciting clash. We also see a lot of the Polynesian countries dominating. Fiji have been incredible at sevens. They've got 2, Olympic gold medals. Samoa, and I even played a test match, a sevens match against Cook Islands. So there's less players, there's less need for the set pieces that you have in 15s. It's a fantastic open game, and I've said this before. I think I said to you guys last week, it's a really hard game to predict. So I love watching it, and I love the excitement. I think what we see now, especially with HSBC putting in time and effort into the sponsorship, is it's going to get better and better, and it'll become a representative game for a long, long time at Olympics and Commonwealth Games.
Okay, and then in a few words, what was your favorite part of playing sevens when you played?
Well, you got to remember, I played sevens when I was 20 years old till about 23, and we'd only just got started in touring and playing in these tournaments around the world. So the best part for me was touring. I mean, I went to Dubai, to England, Ireland, to Australia, to New Zealand, and played in these incredible tournaments. Saw the world, met friends, played against great players, because there was still a crossover of a lot of players. I mean, we had Andre Venter, Rassie Erasmus, Joost van der Westhuizen, Brayton Paulse, and myself, Peter Rousseau, all playing in the Andre Snyman, all playing in the sevens team that went to Hong Kong, and that year we'd all played in the Springboks team. So we had a bit of crossover of both. The favorite part was definitely touring and seeing the world.
Right, and we are back. Right, so Sharks 24-5. Good shot, good half for the Sharks. Very good ending to the half as well. As Edsbeth went over in the final few seconds of that second half. So they'll kick off with a decent 19-point advantage. 3 tries scored so far for the Sharks. As Currie Bosch does get us back underway. A couple of subs here for Pau, which we'll confirm in just a bit. But Sharks winning possession back off the kickoff. So a really good start here. And up pretty fast going left-hand side to Currie Bosch, going to Francois Venter. He looked a lot better today. Now corner roll. Bosch going to Kieran from Furin. Immediately a good start here for the Sharks. Long pass out wide to Fussy. Pops it up to Makazuma Pimpy. Finds himself on the right-hand side. Now Francois Venter. Francois Venter stepping back inside. Just shy of the 22 here. Grant Williams goes back towards the left-hand side. This is Kieran from Furin popping it up towards Currie. Stays through almost through half a gap. Now Currie Bosch. Was a bit of a juggle there from Pesi Buthelezi, then driven back. So Sharks losing a little bit of momentum. Now on the left-hand side. Bosch to Porkita to Mapimpi. Show and go. Pimpy goes himself. Should have given it away, but goes inside to Nakanya. Back inside. Minus Porkita. Over they go. What a start for the Sharks. Desperate was so frustrated there, the young flower half. And I'll tell you what, I reckon Nakanya could have potentially got himself and bagged himself that hat-trick, but opting to throw the ball back inside to Miles Porkita. We all know how unselfish Nakanya generally is as a player. Gets it offload away. Yeah, immediately first thing he's doing is looking for that offload. Really good work there from the Sharks captain. He's looked so much better the last few weeks. Very, very good to see him play some of his best rugby again. And that's the perfect start from the Sharks, who pretty much, I'd say you almost got the match wrapped up here. We get this kick over here. It'll be, a 26-point advantage. Currie Bosch heads down. He likes the look of it, and it is good. Good hands there. Let me taking the hit, getting the ball inside. Right, Fussy off the kickoff. Starts to go to that left boot. We saw a very good 22 from him earlier this in the match. And Carroll having to go back. And he finds a reasonable touch finder just shy of the halfway line. Taking the time here are the Sharks. They come to the line out. It's a 5-man line out. And they go to Evan Etzebeth. Good take from him. Looking for the more here. It's quite a long snake at the back there. Sigmund and Notches coming to join it. And he can make it available for Grant Williams. Still moving forward, though. Still got a bit of a decent momentum. Still going here, the Sharks. This is very well worked here. Now they've got the advantage. Grant Williams does use it. Goes to Francois Venter. Goes to Currie Bosch. Currie Bosch goes to the grabber. So laterally goes up pretty fast. He puts in a bit of a goose steps inside of Nathan DeCron, who's just come on. Corner roll. Back in the midfield there. Grant Williams finding the space down the left-hand side. But Pimpy Porkita. And Fussy can't hold on. And kicks it into the crowd in frustration. An official warning here for Pau for discipline of a couple of back-to-back penalties here. Okay, offside is the call. So they've actually got two different places to choose from. And they stick to the left-hand side, and Currie and Bosch knocks this out, and they're going to have another go here. Start racking up the points. And for me, be very close to making some subs. I'll be bringing off Eben Etzebeth. I'll be bringing off Lekanya. I'll be bringing off... who else I'll be bringing off? Probably an Oxen Share. Put on Tuka. And I'll be protecting a lot of these players. Got advantage there as well now for collapsing them all. And there comes the penalty, so they'll be able to go a bit further. But there will also be a card involved. So first day is going to get worse. They're going to go down to 14 men. Yeah, so it is the number 6, Med T, who is the unfortunate recipient of the yellow card. Just it's team infringement, so here's the last infringement. The last straw, really. Just over an hour till kickoff for Bulls versus Saracens. How are we feeling about that game? I think it's going to be an absolute cracker. Very, very excited to see how that Bulls team measures up against a very strong Saracens side. They go to Eben Etzebeth. Good take from him. Advantage check. Kevin Fury goes himself. He's over the line, but he can't get himself down. Just short as Cunio stays in. Still penalty advantage here for the Sharks. James Fenter wants to pick up and go, but he's slipped. Ball's available there for Eben Etzebeth. He goes on the short side. Reaches over, and he thinks he scored. No advantage, back to the penalty. He's adamant that he scored as Eben Etzebeth. In fact, they're all walking back to the halfway line. All right, let's see. He rides the head. He does seem to get his arm out here. There it is. There it is. Oh, I don't think it's separation. I think that could be a try, you know. Yeah, so that's what they usually judge on, is if there is separation. He's under control. Well, not that in control. But I think that there is separate. I don't think there is separation there. He's still touching it, still touching it, still touching it, still touching it. I don't think there's any separation there. I think he's got downward pressure on that as well. I think that's going to be a try. Yeah, so you see they're happy now. I just want to make sure it's over the line. And as long as it's over the line, which it is, then Eben Etzebeth will join the Kanyam in grabbing a brace for the day. Yeah, trials awarded. Good shift. Good shift here for the Springboks. Eben Etzebeth and Lekanyam, talisman, the stars in the pack, the star in the back line, and living up to the billing so far in this game. It's been an enormous game from him, actually, from both of them. And that's kind of what the Sharks needed. That's what they needed for a while. They've needed their big players to come and step up and to inspire those around them to sit there and say, right, things aren't going well, but we're not gonna rest our laurels. We're gonna stand up here and say, no, you know, we are paid the big bucks. We are backed as the star players, and this is why. You know. Currie and Bosch looks a pretty good strike, and it is a good strike. It is over, and they continue to rack up the points. Yeah, I think we'll see about another 10 minutes or so, and I reckon we'll see quite a few subs here for the Sharks. Well, having said that, they can give their players a bit of time off because they're not playing in the URC again. So I'd be interested. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually send their full strength side. Because I don't think they play again before Christmas. So I think that they could actually afford to send their best side. Oh, in fact, they got cheaters next year. Yeah, next week. So that's fine. So yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I'd take off Edsbeth and the likes. You're playing against cheaters, so they don't have to travel. Or they're going to Bloemfontein, and then they're going to have 2 weeks off before the Stormers. So from the Champions Cup point of view, works very nicely for them. And knock on there from the restart, or the kick off to the restart. Right, Rowan into the base, the scrum goes to the left-hand side. Currie and Bosch going to Mars Portkita. Goes to Upper Fassi. Bosch going to Cooney Oosthuizen. Popping up to a tech, but it's where chair in a grab. Look at Ox! And the pass out wide on the bounce to Francois Fenter. He's got Mapimpi on the outside, and Mapimpi will run this in, as Mapimpi does. It's what he does. It's what he does. Another Springbok goes over the whitewash, and the Sharks are running riot over down in Kings Park. What a game this has been. And what a sight it is to see Oxenshire in full flow. On the bounce to Francois Fenter, just draws the man and then pops it over the shoulder to Mapimpi. Easy as you like. And I'll tell you what, Currie and Bosch are enjoying this kind of game because he gets to add a lot of points to his personal tally. 6 from 7 so far. This one probably is toughest of the lot. Right, so I am seeing a couple of subs. I think that's Grant Williams who's gone off. I think that's Cooney Oosthuizen. That's Lovis Skakny. That's a great kick from Currie and Bosch, by the way. That's brilliant from him. And so Lovis Skakny coming on as well from the looks of it. I think he has gone off. He has Francois Fenter from the sounds of it. So a couple. So yeah, so Lovis Skakny's gone on for Pepsi Buthelezi. It sounds like Henry Jacobs is on for Cooney Oosthuizen. And Grant Williams, yeah, I see, there we go. Eben Etzebeth. Grant Williams off. Into the cotton wool they go. And Messi and forces Jean Lovis Skakny. He's on a bit of a charge over there. His first touch. Currie and Bosch, quick ball. Goes to Karen from Furen. Jaden Henschel on there. Under pressure. And Lovis Skakny has to dive on the ball as the ball came out the back of the ruck. Is eventually available for Jaden Henschel. The Karen from Furen is down, catching his shoulder. That could be a bit of a stinger. Currie and Bosch seeing a bit of space in behind. And it's going to hold up here. And Carroll's going to have to go to the boot. You're not going to find touch into the bread basket of Apele Fassi. What's he going to try? Yeah, puts in the step. Hit hard in the tackle, but he's well supported. Ball's available there for Jaden Hendrickson. Decides to go to the boot. All right, now Poe building from deep. It looks like they're going to go to the boot here. Bosch chip over the top towards Marcus Porquita. And the bounce has done him. Is it going to stay in? No, it eventually comes off of Perez. A bit of a shove there from Marcus Porquita just to remind him what's what and who's what. So number 23 on for the Sharks as well, which is Ethan Hooker. So I haven't seen too much of him in a Sharks jersey. LaRue Roots on, by the way, as well. That's the one with all the hair. Right, so Rufinac gone off, which means that Yuri Delhamel is on the park. And I think Fakunda Gadiena is on as well. The Argentinian international, former Leicester Tigers player. Right, they go short to Poe. Dan Eustace on as well. So Sharks emptying quite a lot of their bench. Right, Fassi. Little cross kick over the top there towards Mapimpi. Not a bad kick there from Apele Fassi. Nice idea with Mapimpi lurking in the wider channels. Big say that's why it's hard to bench Bosch. His kicking is a weapon. Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Question is it enough? And it's been stolen, by the way, from the Sharks as Poe's lineouts continue to be pretty disastrous. But the ball has fallen back to the men in white. And it's a hard carry there from the captain. So Martin Pure trying to get things back on a little wraparound from Desprez. And the ball's gone loose here. And Carroll's had to dive on it. But a lot of pressure coming at the breakdown here. It is eventually secured, though, for Poe as Dabanya goes in a bit of a show and go from, I think it's Dalhamon. He's just come onto the park. And a penalty for the Sharks as well. Kanya, I'm thinking of taking it quickly and then throws it back inside. Having a lot of fun on the field now, the Sharks players. And messy line there from the Sharks. So not the good start that Dan Eustace would have liked when the line-out duties. So turnover ball here for Poe. And Debonya going to the boot. And we'll find touch just outside the 22. So the question is, once again, can the Sharks use this as a bit of a turnaround? Or is this just going to be an anomaly like the Dragons one was? So it doesn't look like Tuka's coming on anytime soon. So Oxen chasing to get a proper hit out here. So line once again, go to Lovis Kakni, breaks off, does James Fenter, throws it into Ethan Hooker with a nice bounce on the I think that's to Afua. Jaden Henster going to Etechevaditswe in chair. Now, change of direction. Bosch has lost it, but Ethan Hooker is there to clean up. Now they go to James Fenter. Dan Juster getting away from one. Presents the ball to Jaden Henster. Quick ball goes to LaRue Roots, the big man. And he's rolled to one too many times and been penalized for it. He's a big man, as LaRue Roots. A player that they've had to get his fitness right. Was injured for a while. He's had a frustrating career so far, LaRue Roots. He's not young. You know, he's not young. He's about 28 years old, I think, at the moment. I think he's a year older than me, actually. And he's an absolute unit. I mean, he's well over 2 meters. He's like 130 odd kgs, but that's kind of always been his struggle, you know. He is a big guy, but has had that struggle with his mobility. So he's someone that they've basically told had to lose a bit of weight, had to try and get a bit fitter and faster around the field. The quality is there, well, the potential is there. Played a bit in the Super Rugby, played for the Waratahs. And speaking of experience, here comes Lionel Kinnear. So Currie Bosch to pass the field. Right, going short now. Oh, that's how they're trying to get right over this this line issue, and that's a big work rate coming from Instuka. He's come onto the park and is looking to try and get involved the ruck time. Kevin Goliath per a couple of phases here. Ball's taking a while to come out here. JD Funamesh is at Stade Francais over with Jamie Ward. Went there last year. Similar issue to the Roots. Such a big player. But again, had a couple of fitness issues. All right, Lamont Wilkington gifted that straight back to Pau. So they got the ball just outside of 22. Opportunity here, and it's the try scorer off Will. And the off Will's actually stayed down. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a knee injury. Penalty here for Pau against the Sharks. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. He's in a lot of pain here. Is off Will. Yeah, I think that's the end of his game. Looks like he's in a serious amount of pain. Looks like a knee injury as well. So you don't mess around with knee injuries, especially when you're 19 years old. No need to take a risk. I think I'll be making a replacement here. So yeah, I think the Bears will come on in the number 22 jersey because Nathan DeCron is already on. And you can just see I wasn't happy with as he got tackled there. Yeah, his knee just getting completely twisted there. So not happy. And let's hope it's nothing too serious because he looks like, but it looks talent. The 19-year-old scored a nice try. Would have been good experience. Not sure what's happening. Got a bit of a break in play here. Right, opportunity here for Pau inside the 22. He was injured, Ethan. No, it's the Pau going Gregoire Offworld. He's the one that went out off. If you're in Dublin, I think you can actually watch on EPCR TV. It's not free, but I think it's like €7 for a pass. I don't know if it's a weekend pass or if it's a month pass, or if it's a game pass. I don't think it's a game pass, but yeah. So I know that there is EPCR TV, and you can stream a lot of the games. And then knock on there from Pau, so it will be a turnover ball here. Kind of something of the day, isn't it? As soon as they got a bit of momentum, and the mistake creeps in. Do. Are you gonna leave your love back down? Are you gonna leave your love? Our break and play, we will be resuming with a scrum when we do get things going again. Well, still no rain this side. With half an eye on the Bulls game after this. By the way, power back to a full contingent, so they were for a while. Actually, apologize. Should have changed that earlier. But yeah, so I mean, it's expected rain at Loftus. It doesn't seem to be any rain just yet floating around my side. Not that I'm that close, but you know, within about 25 minutes. So it says from my forecast says, yeah, no rain just yet. Rain sort of coming in overnight in the early morning, then a lot of rain tomorrow morning. Where's the T20 tomorrow for the Pro Tours? Is that going to get rained out? You're very upset if it is. I think it's in Durban. Yeah, Kingsmead. I think both of them are in Kingsmead. I think it's good. No, Thursday is back. Yeah, Kingsmead, St George's, and then Thursday at the Wanderers. But yeah, Sharks getting a penalty there from the scrum and progress up the field. We will have kickoff for Bulls versus Saracens in less than 45 minutes. How exciting. Bit of Saturday night ruggers. Referee asking for a bigger gap there. He's mined the gap. And then not straight from Dan USD. This game sort of just lost a bit of its edge. You know, I think a lot of the players are pretty much feel like it's done. I mean, the game is effectively over from a result point of view. 60 minutes left, and I think they just don't really want to be there. Is probably the best way to describe it. For the Sharks, it's been a good night out though. It's exactly the kind of game they needed, kind of the result that they needed. They have really been struggling. So yeah, I don't know if this suddenly this sort of sparks a rejuvenation of the season, or whether this is just a really, I mean, it is a very young and inexperienced post side. So it's difficult to know what this performance even means from the Sharks. But you can't discount it. At the end of the day, you still got to rock up. You got to play what's in front of you. They've done that. They've done that very well. They've gotten the good result. And confidence is a strange thing, Yes, maybe they're not beating the best side, but they'll play against Cheetahs next week, who they've got the players to beat, and they can go pretty full strength. And they get a result there, then they got to play the Stormers in a couple of weeks' time on the 30th, or a couple of weeks after they play the Cheetahs. And yeah, momentum's a funny thing, You start getting a string of results together, and then maybe they can kind of get their season a little bit more back on track. And that's very messy, and the kicking comes from Nana Korea, and all the way back, but it's picked up and taken almost through from the replacement scrum off. Thomas Suvibi. Uses the call. We go to the box kick. And it's allowed to bounce. And Uppity Varsity dives on it eventually. And now Aminasi Tumaba, who's had very little opportunity as he tries to get things back on the front foot. Accidental obstructions, so that's just why the whistle has gone. There'll be a scrum, yeah. The game is just disintegrated, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I think both teams are just quite content to get off the field, to be perfectly honest. That's kind of how they're playing. Come on, guys, give us another 10 minutes of decent rugby. Just 10 more minutes. And then we'll move over to the Bulls and the Saracens, and they can take things away. Now they go down the left-hand side. Yeah, Uppity fast. He puts on the goose step here. Ball back inside. It's going to run out. That's what I'm saying. Tis what I'm saying. Yeah, penalty advantage they had anyway, so it didn't really matter. And it's a decent touch final there from Lionel Cornier. So what is the version on these jerseys, people? The gold. Are we keen? We're not keen. What are we thinking? Are we in for it? Are we out for it? What's the chat, here? What do you think? I think they're playing in the Champions Cup. I think it'll be a bit cooler, but the fact it's in the Challenge Cup is a bit meh. Right, once again, we've got to do Labuskakni, who's been the last target since coming on there, and it's been knocked forward there from Jaden Hendricks. So this is what I'm saying. There's been no flow, no structure, no rhythm to the game for the last 10 minutes. Right, another scrum. Come on, guys. Do something cool. Oh, you go on the right-hand side. Yeah, Dupont and going direct. One pass out wide. The youngster now measuring up against the Kanya. Nice solid hit from him. Getting into the half. Nice carry from the 19-year-old. Good hands, and then a terrible pass. Lionel Cornelius coming through. He's going to be able to get there. Oh, he has kicked it forward. Minus Portkiters afterwards, but this ball's going to run dead. In fact, they go back and do dab it down, so it'll be a goal line dropout. You can see a lot of frustration on the Pau players' faces. They just know that it's haven't really pitched up. It's been a long day in the office for them, and I think very, very keen to wrap things up. As we enter the final 10 minutes of the game. And Desperate, deep kick to Anconia, goes inside to BITDEFENDER. BITDEFENDER straight through. Good tackle from Desperate. Pops it up to Jaden Hendrickson. Hendrickson looking for options. Ball comes loose. And forward. What a little run that was from BITDEFENDER. That's what he's got. The X factor. And to be able to create something from nothing. A little turn of pace. Identifies the space. An exciting player to watch. You can just see here, it's a great tackle from the youngster. The 19-year-old there stands nice and tall. Because this is the step here. Almost a bit of lazy running for a couple of Sharks players, getting a bit of traffic for him. And I think he knows he could have done better there. Right, so a bit of break and play here. 9 minutes left. Some Sharks, I don't know what those are. Basically dustbin bags that people are wearing. An interesting look. She doesn't look very chuffed with life. They're looking a bit more chuffed with life. Little Care December, boys. Care December. Little outing on a Saturday night. Plenty of people in Pretoria. What an occasion that's going to be. Go to Pretoria, watch a whole bunch of England internationals take on the Bulls. Hit the good old strip afterwards. Care December in full flow. Full flow. Right, anyway, back to the game. Pau's got a scrum on their 5-meter line. It's a pretty good exit, actually, that from Pau. As they progress up the field from the penalty at the scrum. So up towards the 10-meter line. Right, so can they conjure up something? 45 points to 5 is where this game has been for quite a while now. As I said, unfortunately, the quality has kind of disintegrated a little bit. Got a little bit sloppy. In fact, it got very sloppy. I'm going to be brutally honest here. And it's another sloppy line out, and Dan Hurst comes away with it. Goes to Lower Skakni. Sigmund Noche goes to James Fences. The line of Cornier. The Kanya coming to join the line. Good handle from him. Pops it up towards the line of Cornier. Now Henderson back on the right-hand side. So it's John Labaskaki, the decent carry there. Now this is the Roots. James fires out to Lekanya popping into oh, good hands to Pochita, to Ethan Hooker. Ethan Hooker just on the outside, brought down about 10 meters out. Ball back inside to Ntuka Kunu, he places it well. But very, very good penalty being won there by the reserve scrum off. That's very good work there from Thomas Subabi. Also a youngster. A lot of young faces in this post side, which is, yeah, that's great. I mean, imagine, you know, being that sort of, that kind of age, you're also 19 years old, playing against, you know, the Kanya, Eben Etzebeth, you know, some of the top players in the World Cup winners. And what an experience it is for them. But yeah, it has been a bit of a sort of men against boys at times this evening, which it quite literally is at times. I mean, when you had Desperate running into the Kanya, yeah, there's about 11 year age gap between the two of them. Another messy line out. But they do have it back here. Uses the call for Super B. Goes to the boot. As Mars Porky down underneath it. Goes to uplate Fassi. Good tackle on him. Gets the off the way to line of Cranier. Thought about through the legs, I reckon. Now Ethan Hooker goes out towards Mama Pimpy, who's knocked it forward. Really, really poor from Makazoma Pimpy. You can see how frustrated he is with himself. Yeah, I took his eye off the ball too quickly there. Hadn't had another ball under control. He's busy looking up. Right, so another scrum, yeah, on the far right-hand side. Inside, just past the 10-meter line, yeah, for post. So full width the left-hand side to work with. Looking for a consolation try here. They've been pretty well beaten by the Sharks. Less than half an hour to go till Bulls versus Saracens. Teams will probably be out there warming up right now, getting accustomed to the altitude. Still no rain my side. I'm not sure what the weather will be like over at Loftus. Decent scrum there. Now go through the phases here, Poe. And ball's gone loose, but still with Poe, it's a nice little step. But now the ball's gone loose and knocked on, and then we can have another scrum. Oh my goodness! All the scrums, just all the scrums. Right, another scrum. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Guess what, guys? Just another knock on. Mark, just blow the game, please. Like, this is just painful for me to watch now. Do. This might be one of the worst 50 minutes of rugby I've watched for the last 50 minutes. It's been dreadfully dull. Dreadfully dull. Hopefully what we see in half an hour will make up for it. Less than half an hour. Yeah! Pimpy going on the right hand side of Monster Portkita. Into the last minute of the game. Bit of a fumble there from Singapore Norche, but thankfully not knocking on forwards yet. And then that's forward. Oh, my word. Been good tonight, I believe, Fassi. Very, very good. As are quite a few players. To give them their due. A due. To you and you and you. All the way back for the penalty. There's 10 seconds left. Chaps, let's just run this time. Tap it, kick it out. Call it quits. Go have the beers. Go some lagers. We'll go again next week, eh? How are we feeling about that? Yeah, just tap it and go. Tap it and kick it out. Let's call it a day. We're done. Yeah, tap it and off to go. Right, so final score, 45 points to 5. People, I will see you very shortly for the Bulls versus Saracens game. Good result for the Sharks, and they needed it. They needed a response after last week. Yes, it's not the strongest power side or post side, but you still got to lock up and do the job, which is what they did. People, I'll see you very shortly for another epic game, hopefully a more epic game in very shortly. But until